Welcome to Calm Night Stories. Tonight, you are going somewhere quiet, somewhere hidden deep inside a peaceful forest, a place far away from busy roads, far away from bright city lights. Tonight you will spend the night in a small wooden tree house, high above the forest floor, safe among tall trees. Outside, gentle rain falls through the leaves. The forest is calm, the air is cool and fresh. Inside the tree house, a warm lantern glows softly. A small bed waits beside the window, and the peaceful sound of rain surrounds everything. So allow your shoulders to relax. Let your breathing slow. Take a calm breath in and out. And now, the quiet night in the rainy treehouse begins. You walk slowly along a narrow forest path. Tall trees rise on both sides of the trail. Their branches stretch high into the cloudy evening sky. The forest smells fresh and calm after the rain. Wet earth, pine needles, moss covering old stones. The path ahead winds gently between the trees. Your footsteps are soft on the damp ground. The only sound around you is the gentle rain falling through the leaves. Tap, tap. Small drops land on branches above you. Some slide slowly from leaf to leaf. Some fall quietly to the forest floor. The air feels peaceful. The forest feels endless. Soon you notice something ahead. Between two tall oak trees, a wooden staircase rises slowly upward. It leads to a small tree house hidden among the branches. Warm light glows softly from a window. The treehouse looks cozy and safe, like a quiet place waiting just for you. You step onto the first wooden stair. The wood creaks gently beneath your feet, not loudly, just the quiet sound of an old staircase. Slowly, you climb higher, step by step. The forest floor grows farther below you. Branches surround the staircase. Leaves brush softly against the railing. The rain continues falling through the canopy. Tap, tap. The higher you climb, the quieter the forest becomes. Soon you reach the small wooden platform. The treehouse door stands in front of you. Warm golden light shines softly through the window. You open the door slowly. Inside the treehouse, everything feels warm and peaceful. Wooden walls glow under the soft lantern light. A small bed sits near a round window. Thick blankets rest neatly on top. A wooden chair stands beside a tiny table, and on the table sits a warm cup of tea. Steam curls slowly into the air outside the window. The rain continues falling gently through the forest. Inside, the treehouse feels calm and safe. You step inside and close the door softly behind you. The forest sounds become quiet and distant. Only the soft rhythm of rain remains. The treehouse sways ever so slightly with the wind. Not enough to notice much. Just a gentle movement, like a cradle rocking slowly in the night. You sit down on the soft bed. The blankets feel warm and comfortable. The lantern glows quietly beside you. Outside, the forest disappears slowly into the rainy night. The treehouse stands peacefully among the branches, a small warm shelter high above the forest floor, a perfect place to rest, a perfect place to sleep, and the gentle rain continues falling around the treehouse, soft and steady. Through the long, peaceful night, you sit quietly inside the small wooden treehouse. The lantern beside the bed glows with warm golden light. Soft shadows move slowly along the wooden walls. Outside the window, the forest stretches endlessly in every direction. Tall trees sway gently in the evening wind. The rain continues falling softly through the branches. Tap, tap. Drops land gently on the wooden roof above you. The sound is soft, slow, comforting. You wrap the thick blanket around your shoulders. The fabric feels warm and heavy. The treehouse sways slightly with the wind. Just a small movement, like the slow rocking of a cradle. You take a sip of the warm tea on the table. The warmth spreads slowly through your body. Outside, the forest grows darker as night settles deeper between the trees. Inside the treehouse, everything feels calm, safe, quiet, the perfect place to spend a rainy night. Night has now fully arrived in the forest. The sky is dark behind the clouds. Only the soft glow of the lantern lights the small treehouse. Outside, the rain continues drifting through the tall branches. Tap, tap. Drops slide slowly down the window beside the bed. You watch them move one by one. The forest below has become a deep ocean of dark green shadows. Occasionally, the wind moves through the leaves. Branches whisper quietly together. The treehouse moves gently again, just a slow, peaceful sway. Inside the blankets, you feel warm and comfortable. Your breathing becomes slower. The rain keeps falling around the treehouse, soft and steady. The forest feels different at night, quieter, deeper. The rain continues falling between the trees. Tap, tap. Some drops land on the wooden roof. Some land on leaves far below. Some disappear quietly into the mossy forest floor. You lie back on the soft bed. The blanket wraps around you like a warm cocoon. Outside, the branches sway slowly in the wind. The lantern beside you flickers gently. Its warm glow fills the small room. The treehouse creaks softly, not loudly, just the quiet sound of wood resting among the branches. Everything feels peaceful. Everything feels slow. Everything feels calm. A gentle breeze moves through the forest canopy. The tall trees sway softly. Leaves brush quietly against one another. The rain continues its steady rhythm around the treehouse. Tap, tap. You listen to the sound as you rest under the blankets. The treehouse rocks slightly with the wind, back and forth, slow and gentle. The movement is calming. Your body relaxes deeper into the bed. The lantern light grows softer as your eyes grow heavier. Outside, the forest continues its quiet nighttime rhythm. Rain, wind, leaves whispering together. Midnight has arrived quietly in the forest. The rain has become softer now. Only a few drops continue falling through the branches. Tap, tap. The forest feels incredibly peaceful at this hour. Everything moves slowly. Nothing rushes. Inside the treehouse, the air feels warm and cozy. The blanket rests gently around you. The lantern glows softly beside the bed. You feel completely safe high in the branches. The world below fades into calm darkness. The rain continues its quiet song. The night grows deeper still. Clouds drift slowly across the dark sky above the forest. The rain returns again, falling lightly through the leaves. Tap, tap. The sound blends with the gentle movement of the wind. The treehouse sways again slightly. The branches hold it securely among the leaves. You breathe slowly in and out. The forest feels endless and calm around you. Everything moves slowly in the deep night. Most of the forest is now completely still. Animals sleep quietly beneath the trees. The rain continues softly over the canopy. Tap, tap. Drops land gently on the roof above you. Inside the treehouse, you feel completely relaxed. The blanket feels warmer now. The lantern light glows softly against the wooden walls. The quiet rhythm of the rain fills the night. Hours pass slowly in the peaceful forest. The rain continues falling gently across the leaves. The treehouse stands quietly among the branches. Tap, tap. The sound repeats softly again and again. Your body relaxes deeper into the mattress. Your breathing grows slower. The warm air inside the treehouse feels comforting. Outside, the forest remains calm and quiet beneath the rain. Slowly, the rain begins to fade. Fewer drops fall through the leaves now. Tap, tap. The forest begins to rest after the long rainy night. The wind becomes softer. The treehouse hardly moves at all now. Inside the blankets, you feel completely peaceful. The lantern light glows gently beside you. Everything feels calm. Far away beyond the forest horizon, the sky begins to lighten slightly. Morning is slowly approaching. The rain has almost stopped now. Only a few drops remain on the leaves. Tap, tap. Birds begin to stir quietly somewhere in the forest. The treehouse stands peacefully in the early morning mist. Soft grey light begins touching the tops of the trees. Inside the warm treehouse, you continue resting peacefully. Morning arrives gently in the forest. Soft light filters through the branches around the treehouse. The rain has completely stopped now. Drops of water rest quietly on every leaf. The forest smells fresh and calm after the rain. Birds sing softly in the distance. The treehouse feels warm and peaceful in the early light. You remain wrapped in the soft blankets, your breathing slow, your body relaxed. The long rainy night in the treehouse has passed quietly, and the forest begins a new calm day beneath the tall trees. The morning has fully arrived in the forest. Soft light moves slowly through the tall trees. Mist drifts gently between the trunks. Everything looks quiet and peaceful after the long rainy night. You remain inside the warm treehouse. The blanket still rests comfortably around you. Outside the window, drops of rain cling to the leaves. Occasionally, one slides down slowly. Tap, tap. The sound is softer now. The forest smells fresh and cool after the rain. Wet earth, pine needles, fresh moss covering old roots and stones. The treehouse stands peacefully among the branches. The wooden walls glow softly in the morning light. The lantern beside the bed has grown dim now, its warm glow slowly fading as daylight fills the room. Birds begin singing somewhere deep in the forest. Their songs are soft and gentle. The branches move slightly in a calm morning breeze. The treehouse sways almost too gently to notice, just a slow, peaceful motion high above the forest floor. You take a deep breath, in and out. The quiet morning feels calm and comforting. The forest continues waking slowly beneath the treehouse. Sunlight begins touching the tops of the tall trees. Soft golden rays move between the branches. Inside the treehouse, the small table waits quietly beside the window. A warm kettle sits nearby. Steam rises slowly into the air. You pour yourself a cup of tea. The warmth spreads gently through your hands. Outside the forest glows softly under the new morning light. Birds fly slowly between the branches. Drops of water fall from the leaves after the rain. Tap, tap. The sounds echo softly through the forest. You sit by the window of the treehouse. The wooden chair creaks gently as you settle into it, not loud, just the quiet sound of old wood. The tea smells warm and comforting. The forest stretches endlessly around you, trees in every direction, green leaves shining after the rain. Everything feels peaceful, everything feels calm. The treehouse remains a quiet shelter high among the branches. Later in the morning, you step outside the treehouse. The wooden platform feels cool beneath your feet. The forest air is fresh and clean. The staircase leads slowly down toward the forest floor. Step by step you descend. The leaves shimmer with small drops of water. Sunlight reflects softly across them. The forest floor is soft with moss and fallen leaves. The air smells fresh after the rain. You walk slowly along the forest path. Your footsteps are quiet on the damp ground. The forest moves peacefully around you. Birds glide between the trees. A gentle breeze moves through the canopy. Drops fall from the branches above. Tap, tap. The path curves slowly through the tall trees. The treehouse remains behind you now, hidden again among the branches. The forest feels calm and endless. You breathe deeply as you walk, in and out. Every step feels slow and peaceful. Eventually, you return to the clearing beneath the treehouse. The wooden structure stands peacefully above you. Sunlight filters through the leaves around it. The forest has fully awakened now, but it is still calm, still quiet, still peaceful. The rain has completely passed. The air feels fresh and cool. Drops of water remain on the branches above. Occasionally, one falls softly to the ground. Tap, tap! You climb the staircase slowly once more. The treehouse welcomes you back into its quiet warmth. Inside the small room, everything feels calm again. The blanket rests on the bed. The lantern sits quietly on the table. Outside the window, the forest stretches endlessly, a peaceful place high among the branches. You lie back on the soft bed one more time. Your breathing slows. Your body relaxes. The quiet treehouse surrounds you with warmth. The forest continues its gentle rhythm outside. Leaves moving, birds singing softly. The last drops of rain falling slowly from the branches. Everything feels calm. Everything feels safe. Everything feels peaceful. And the cozy treehouse remains there, high in the quiet forest, waiting for another calm, rainy night. The day moves slowly in the quiet forest. Soft afternoon light filters gently through the tall branches surrounding the treehouse. The air feels calm and cool after the long night of rain. From the window of the treehouse, you can see the forest stretching endlessly in every direction. Green leaves shimmer softly with small drops of water. The sunlight touches them gently. Tiny reflections of light sparkle across the forest canopy. Inside the treehouse, the wooden walls feel warm and peaceful. The small room smells faintly of pine wood and fresh air. The blanket still rests on the bed where you left it earlier. The lantern stands quietly on the small wooden table. Its light is no longer needed in the daytime, but it remains there like a comforting presence. Outside, the forest moves slowly with the wind. Branches sway softly. Leaves whisper together high above the ground. Occasionally, a drop of water falls from the leaves after the rain. The sound echoes softly through the quiet forest air. You sit by the window of the treehouse. The wooden chair creaks gently beneath you, not loudly, just the quiet sound of old wood resting comfortably in its place. The breeze moves slowly through the branches. The treehouse sways ever so slightly, just a calm movement, like floating gently on water. You close your eyes for a moment. The forest sounds surround you, wind through leaves, birds singing softly in the distance, drops of water sliding from branches. Everything moves slowly here. Nothing rushes, nothing disturbs the calm. The afternoon drifts quietly onward in the peaceful forest, and the treehouse remains a warm shelter high among the branches. As the day slowly moves toward evening, the forest begins to change again. The sunlight becomes softer, warmer. Golden light spreads gently across the treetops. The long branches cast quiet shadows across the forest floor below. From the window of the treehouse, the view is peaceful and endless. Trees stretch across the hills like a quiet green ocean. The air feels still and calm after the rain. Birds glide slowly between the branches. Their wings move silently through the golden evening light. The treehouse remains peaceful high above the ground. The wooden floor feels warm beneath your feet. You move slowly around the small room, each step soft and quiet. The evening breeze moves through the forest again. The branches sway gently. Leaves rustle softly together. The treehouse responds with a slow, peaceful sway, back and forth, barely noticeable. Just enough to feel calm and soothing. Drops of water still rest on many of the leaves. Now and then one falls quietly to the forest floor below. The sound blends into the evening forest. The golden sunlight slowly fades between the trees. The sky beyond the forest becomes softer and darker. Inside the treehouse, you light the small lantern again. Its warm glow fills the room once more. The familiar golden light reflects softly on the wooden walls. The cozy shelter feels ready for another peaceful night. Slowly, the forest becomes dark again. Night returns quietly between the tall trees. The sky above the canopy fades into deep shades of blue and grey. Stars begin appearing softly between drifting clouds. Inside the treehouse, the lantern glows warmly beside the bed. The small room feels peaceful and safe high among the branches. Outside, the wind moves gently through the forest once more. The leaves whisper quietly together. The branches sway softly. The treehouse moves slightly with them, a slow, comforting motion. The forest floor far below fades into darkness. Only the outlines of the tallest trees remain visible in the night. You settle back onto the soft bed. The thick blanket wraps around you once again. Warm and comforting. The lantern light flickers softly beside you. Outside, the night grows deeper. The forest becomes quiet again. Only the soft wind and the distant sounds of the woods remain. Occasionally, a drop of water still falls from the leaves after the earlier rain. The gentle sound echoes faintly through the dark forest. The night continues slowly around the treehouse. Everything calm, everything peaceful, everything quiet once more. The night stretches peacefully across the forest. The treehouse rests quietly among the branches, high above the ground, safe within the tall trees. The lantern glows softly beside the bed. Its warm golden light fills the small room with calm comfort. Outside, the forest breathes slowly in the cool night air. Branches move gently with the wind. Leaves whisper quietly together high above the ground. The sky above the canopy holds a few quiet stars between the drifting clouds. The forest floor below remains hidden in darkness. Only the calm sounds of the night remain. Wind moving slowly through the trees. Leaves rustling softly together. Occasionally, another small drop of water falls from a leaf high above. The treehouse sways gently with the movement of the branches, back and forth, slow and steady. The movement feels peaceful, almost like being rocked gently to sleep. You breathe slowly under the warm blankets. Your body relaxes deeper into the bed. The calm night surrounds the treehouse. The forest continues its quiet rhythm outside. Everything moves slowly. Everything remains peaceful. Everything feels safe and high among the branches. Inside the warm wooden treehouse, the long quiet night continues. Soft, calm, and endless. The forest rests deeply now. The night has settled completely between the tall trees. High above the ground, the treehouse remains still and peaceful among the branches. The lantern beside the bed glows softly, casting warm golden light across the wooden walls. Outside, the forest moves slowly in the cool night air. Branches sway gently with the wind. Leaves brush quietly together. The treehouse responds with a slow, gentle motion, back and forth, almost like a cradle hanging quietly between the trees. The blanket rests comfortably around you, warm, soft, comforting. You breathe slowly in the quiet treehouse. The forest continues its calm rhythm outside the window. A soft breeze passes through the canopy. Occasionally, a drop of water falls from a high branch after the earlier rain. The sound is distant and gentle. Everything feels safe. Everything feels calm. The night moves slowly forward in the quiet forest. A cool breeze moves quietly through the tall branches surrounding the treehouse. The leaves sway softly together. The sound is peaceful and slow. The treehouse rocks gently again with the movement of the trees, just enough to feel calm and relaxing. Inside the room, the lantern flickers softly. Its warm glow reflects on the smooth wooden floor. The small space feels cozy and welcoming. Outside, the sky is dark but peaceful. Clouds drift slowly between the stars above the forest canopy. The forest floor far below remains hidden in shadow. The wind continues moving quietly through the leaves. The branches whisper together again. Occasionally, another drop falls from the leaves. You rest comfortably beneath the blanket. The soft sounds of the forest surround the treehouse. Nothing feels hurried here. Everything moves slowly in the calm night air. The night grows deeper still. Most of the forest is completely quiet now. Animals rest beneath the trees. Birds sleep quietly among the branches. The forest breathes slowly in the cool air. High above the ground, the treehouse remains a peaceful shelter. The lantern light grows softer as the night continues. The small wooden room feels warm and calm. Outside, the wind becomes lighter. The branches sway more slowly now. The leaves rustle only occasionally. The forest settles into a deep, peaceful silence. From time to time, a small drop falls from the branches. The sound fades quickly into the darkness below. You feel completely relaxed beneath the blanket. The gentle rocking of the treehouse continues, slow, steady, peaceful. Your breathing becomes even calmer. The forest night stretches quietly onward. Far away beyond the forest hills, the night begins its slow journey toward morning. The sky is still dark, but something in the air feels different. The wind becomes softer. The forest grows even more peaceful. The treehouse rests quietly among the branches. The lantern still glows softly beside the bed. Outside, the leaves move only slightly now. The forest waits calmly for the coming morning. Occasionally, another drop falls from the leaves. The sound is quiet and distant. Everything feels calm and still. Your body rests comfortably in the warm blankets. The peaceful rhythm of the forest surrounds you. The slow movement of the branches continues. The night slowly moves toward dawn. At last, the faintest hint of morning begins to appear beyond the forest. The sky far away slowly lightens, only slightly at first. A soft grey glow appears beyond the treetops. The forest remains quiet and calm. Birds have not yet begun their morning songs. The branches stand peacefully around the treehouse. The lantern beside the bed continues its warm glow. Outside, the leaves hold small drops of water from the rain. One last drop slides slowly from a branch high above. The sound echoes softly through the quiet morning forest. The air feels cool and fresh. The treehouse sways gently once more in the calm breeze. You remain wrapped in the soft blankets, peaceful, relaxed, safe among the tall trees. The long, quiet night in the rainy treehouse slowly gives way to a new morning in the forest, and the calm rhythm of nature continues, slow, soft, and peaceful.